What is going on, you guys? This is Spydeco64 back here once again with yet another NASCAR. Wait a minute. This isn't a stock car. What is this? What in the hell is this thing? Yeah. Yeah, guys, we're doing something completely different here today. We're here today, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of focus out here a little bit. We are here today to have a look at Kyle Larson's number 17 Indy 500 Rookie of the Year edition. Yes, guys, you got that right. We're looking at an IndyCar here today, folks. An IndyCar. You know what's funny is that for so many years, I've been needing to buy an IndyCar diecast. However, though, I never found the reason to get an IndyCar diecast. Oh, that's funny because honestly, there's like a lot of cars that honestly in the past I probably should have, gotten the pass. Like hell, me being the NASCAR guy, you think I would have gotten Jimmy Johnson's IndyCar, but in retrospect, Jimmy Johnson sucked in IndyCar, so I knew for damn sure that this was going to be a very special occasion. Of course, Kyle Larson, arguably the greatest driver of our generation, is competing in the Indy 500. So, he did compete in in the Indianapolis 500. Of course, it didn't really went the way that he would have wanted to, but still, though, I knew I had to get this, since this was a very special occasion. Of course, because Kyle Larson also attempted the double. Unfortunately, it didn't work out all that well. And, well, he's going to try to do it again next year. We'll have to see how he does next year. So, let's go ahead and have a quick look here at the box, which is actually a pretty interesting box here, at least in terms of the design. So, this is made by Greenlight Collectibles. So, you have the logo right there. You got the Hendrick Motorsports 1100 hours logo. You got the H and then the 1100 hours, Kyle Larson. You have the Indy 500 logo. There is, of course, Mr. Larson right there. It says number 17, Kyle Larson. Limited edition die-cast metal chassis, 14 plus, 164 scale. On the back of the packaging, of course, you have Indy 500, Hendrick 1100. Greenlight Collectibles. You got another image of Mr. Larson. And you got all the rest of the sponsors back here. You got Arrow. Yeah, this is Arrow McLaren, the Arrow McLaren team. Hendrick Motorsports. Again, same Hendrick 1100 logo. HendrickCars.com. And some other logos down there. IndyCar, Dallara, Firestone, and the IndyCar hologram. So, pretty cool box design for the IndyCar diecast. Actually, that's the Rookie of the Year edition, which for some reason they're making like 4 different versions of this diecast. I just got that one just because it was the one that was available. I did not pick up the, what would you call it? I did not pick up the, oh my god, scratch right there. Oh, that's weird. But I did not get the first edition of this car when it was like released. When it was released in the standard IndyCar packaging that they had this year, for all the rest of the IndyCars. And then there's also a 2-pack with this one and Larson's Coke 600 scheme. Now, I am going to be waiting for the Brickyard 400 version, so this is kind of part 1 of this whole entire kind of video, I guess you could say. But anyways, though, let's just get into the die-cast itself. And what a nifty looking race car right here. Of course, the IndyCar, the DW12 chassis that IndyCar has been using for about 12 years. And they still do not have a new chassis for their series. And also, this is of course, the oval aero kit that they are, of course, using for, of course, the Indy 500 and only the Indy 500. The other oval races do not have this for some reason. I don't know why. But But wow, what a nifty looking little race car right here. And I mean little as in the sense of when I'm a NASCAR collector, keep in mind, and comparing this thing to this big old to those big old heavy things, I mean, it's just a night and day difference. It's like that's what people saw when that's how people saw, like, you know, experience a sense of whiplash when when the Cup car went to Le Mans. So yeah, but for any other racing fan though, I mean, this is just an amazing piece to have. Kyle Larson, arguably one of the greatest drivers of our generation. If you ask some NASCAR fans, they'll probably maybe disagree with that. But yeah, though, him competing in his first Indy 500, he ran fairly well. He had a pit road speeding penalty, but hey, he's gonna have another chance next year, so it just makes me even more excited just to see how he does. So that'll be interesting to see. So let's now go ahead and as I look throughout the car itself, the main color is papaya. The main color is papaya orange, but then on the sides, especially for the front and the back wing, it's in Hendrick blue. And then, of course, on the side pod here of the car, it's, Hendrick blue, but the top of the car going down to the front nose is papaya orange. So, pretty cool looking scheme. His Coke 600's paint scheme also looks pretty cool, too. And again, I'll be really interested to see how it looks compared to... especially the Brickyard one compared to this one. That'd be pretty cool to see. So, with that being said, let's just, let's go ahead and have a look at the sponsors if we can. I don't know where to start. Let's actually go ahead and start off with the nose area here. So I have number 17, the number 17 Hendrick font right there. Pretty cool to see it on an IndyCar. You got Valvoline, Chevrolet, Mission Foods, NTT IndyCar Series, Dallara, and then there's got the Arrow and McLaren, HendrickCars.com. You got that on the other side, that right there. You have the Firestone tires on this side right here. Firehawk Indy 500, pretty cool right there. Ooh, that doesn't look good right there. See that part right there? That doesn't really look all that great, but I don't know. You can barely kind of see it. I've had heard that the quality on these IndyCar diecasts is kind of bad. I remember checking out Race Day 2011's video on this, and wow, his had a lot of freaking issues, man. It was really crazy to see, but let's kind of go ahead and have a look here. So on the top of this area right here, where the camera is, you got 17. You got the gas cap right there, Mission Foods, Chevrolet, Hendrick 100 or 1100, HendrickCars.com. There's a bunch of other logos there. Chevrolet Entity Data, P1 Entity, Firestone. And then looking here at the arrow screen, you just have, there's PBG right there. NTT IndyCar Series, Chevrolet, Smart Shop, HendrickCars.com. Yeah, it's the same stuff on the other side. You got HendrickCars.com on the side right there, and again right there as well. And on the rear right here, you have Valvoline and Mission. Spoiler just says, of course, HendrickCars.com. And one thing I noticed is that the tires, the front and the rear, this is a little bit more, not as wide, but these ones are a bit more wider. So I guess these are more radial-ish kind of tires, but skinnier sort of tires. Because of course, you know, this is four-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive. The motor. This is where the motor spins and all that sort of stuff. And then of course this is where the car turns. And of course you see all that schmaga right there. And here's the underneath of the car. This is a metal chassis I hear. And actually, let's put that to the test. Oh yeah, it is. It is. So with that being said, let's kind of go ahead and do a comparison here. We have the IndyCar here next to the stock car. Of course, this is Larson's Vegas win, which there's also a review on that I done. And yeah, look at this, night and day, or well, wow, just two completely different forms of racing. Open wheel and stock car racing. But what's interesting is that both of these two, the interesting thing about both of these two cars is that the chassis in IRL, the Indy Racing League, the chassis for both NASCAR and IndyCar are both made by Dallara. So that's pretty interesting of note there. So there you go. Those are the two chassis. I've seen a lot of people say that. I vividly remember Twisted Toe, Mike from the Twisted Toe channel, say that the next gen car is practically an IndyCar with a body, and I could kind of sort of see it a little bit, but not much. But I mean, again, it is made by the same chassis, by the same manufacturer, that being Dallara. So yeah, night and day difference between the stock car and the IndyCar. And if I even want to make another bigger comparison, I would get my F1 cars out, but those are 143 scale, so that's not really a fair comparison. But let's have a look at one more thing, and that is we have the card right here. So yeah, we have, of course, number 17, Kyle Larson, the 2024 Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year edition. So yeah, it just says rookie, of course, rightfully so, deserved the Rookie of the Year, and of course, it's just there's just the car, the 17 Kyle Larson right there, and there you go. Not much else really to say about this car, other than, I mean, from a first glance, I like it. I like it. Really do like it a lot. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up any other Indy cars, though. However, I have heard that Greenlight Collectibles is no longer making Indy cars, so maybe I might have to pick up a few from this here. A few sets that come to my mind is there's the Joseph Newgarden Indy 500 win edition, but then there's also like the podium finish with Newgarden, Pato O'Ward, and Scott Dixon. But then I also think they're probably gonna make a championship edition for what's his name? Alex Palou. So maybe I might get some hands on some more Indy cars. So yeah. So there you go, guys. That is going to conclude the what I'm going to call this the Thanksgiving special. And hope all of you will enjoy this. And yeah, and with that really being said, have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. And we will see all of you in the next video. And we are going to be going back to our regular schedule programming, because we got another some more diecast to have a look at. So stay tuned then. All right, see you all later.